Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here live on Central Illinois Sports from Normal Parkside Junior High School here in the Bloomington Normal Metroplex as we get you ready for our final quarterfinal here in the IESA 8th grade Class 4A Girls State Basketball Tournament. It's the Granite City Coolidge Braves taking on Mount Zion and what should be a really fun contest here to wrap up our quarterfinal action. We've got 3 of our 4 teams set for the Final Four as Bolingbrook, Jane Addams, Dunlap, and Mahomet Seymour have already filed 3 of the 4 slots. Who will take the 4th one here? That's what we're going to find out here in just a few minutes. We're going to step aside, tell you about some of the wonderful sponsors who bring you basketball on our Central Illinois Sports platform. When we come back, we'll get you ready for Mount Zion and Granite City Coolidge coming up here from Normal Parkside.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the largest selection of gun safes in the tri-state area. That's right, everything from the vaults, vault doors, and safe accessories. Only the quality brands like Fort Knox, American Security, Browning, and Liberty. Come in and check out the displays or go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection online.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Welcome you back here on Central Illinois Sports as we give you exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys and Girls State Basketball Championships. We'll be back in February for the boys tournaments, and then we'll also have coverage of girls volleyball 7th and 8th grade levels coming up here in mid-March. Let's tell you about these 2 teams and their road to normal today. First, let's start off with the Granite City Coolidge Braves, a record of 19-2. They are currently winners of their last 7 of the regular season before winning 3 straight to make their way here to the state tournament. They allow 17.2 points per game. They've scored 31.7 on an average night against their opponents. According to the IESA record books, this is the Braves' first trip to state for Coolidge. We'll tell you in advance, both teams are called the Braves here, so we'll just go by their school and community names here during the broadcast. For Granite City Coolidge, they've defeated the likes of East Alton Middle School, Edwardsville Lincoln, St. Jacob Triad, who was in the 7A state tournament, or 7th grade state tournament last week. They've also defeated Roxana, Edwardsville Lincoln again, Lewis and Clark, Alton, Edwardsville Liberty, and O'Fallon Fulton. Their lone losses on the season have come by the way of O'Fallon Carriel, and their second loss is not listed here, but it has to be against Highland Middle School. It'll be an exciting time for Granite City Coolidge. It's always an exciting time when a program makes its way to the state finals for the first time. We'll see how the community comes out to support their team here. Some of the players on this roster: number 1, Aubrey Briggs; number 5, Anna Taylor; number 10, Tegan Little; number 11, Chloe Markham; number 23, Amelia Hopp; number 24, Jalen Woods; number 25, Malone Grady; number 35, Jada James; number 42 is Paris Jackson, and number 44 is Camille Martin for Mallory Meter's team. On the opposite side here for the Mount Zion Braves, a record of 24-3 this season. This is their 8th trip to state as a program in history. They took third place last year. They beat Lake Zurich North 34-19 in the third place contest last season. We have 5 teams in this tournament who were here as 7th graders last year, including the defending state champions who just got upset a little bit, if you want to call it a little bit of an upset. On the court, it definitely did not look that way by Mahomet Seymour. But back to Mount Zion, allowing 12.5 points per game, maybe the stingiest defense that we have seen out of the Elite Eight in terms of average scoring allowed. At just 12.5, they score an average of 34.8 against their opponents. They've defeated the likes of Mattoon, Assumption Central A&M, Mahomet Seymour, who we just saw in this tournament last game. They defeated Springfield, Washington, Tuscola East Prairie, Springfield Franklin, Chatham Glenwood, Effingham, Pana, Macon Meridian, Lincoln Junior High, Decatur's John St. Hill, Decatur's Stephen Decatur, Decatur Our Lady of Lourdes, Effingham St. Anthony, Arthur, and more on their way here to Normal. They defeated Decatur Stephen Decatur 46-7 in the regional semifinals, defeated Taylorville Junior High 43-13, and defeated Chatham Glenwood by a score of 37-21 in the sectional championship. Should be a fun one as we've got the 2 teams warming up here. We remind you that we will be back on air after this game just around the 5 o'clock hour. We'll bring you our first semifinal between Bolingbrook, Jane Addams, and Dunlap. Following that contest, it'll be the 6:30 tip between Mahomet Seymour and the winner of this contest. Your subscription today with Central Illinois Sports gets you access into all of those games along with the trophy night coming up next Thursday, December 14th. You've also got access into any of the other 3 classes that are happening here throughout the state today, as we've got crews from Central Illinois Sports at all 4 sites here on quarterfinal, semifinal Saturday. We will step aside to tell you about some more wonderful sponsors that help us out here at Central Illinois Sports when we come back. Starting 5 and quarterfinal number 4 here from Normal Parkside.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
We are back here on Central Illinois Sports. Let's introduce you to the rest of Mount Zion squad. We went down the Granite City Coolidge roster. Number 1 is Maylee Thorpe. Number 2, Ruby Baker. Number 3 is Maddie Austin. Number 4, Lucy Cohen. Number 5, Macy Hittmeyer. Number 11 is Ellie Jenkins. Number 10 is Ellie Jenkins, Number 11, Kinsey Buning. Number 14, Ellie Jones. Number 15, Riley Getz. Number 21, Adrian Parker. Number 23, Bella Heckel. Number 32, Gabby Wisher. Number 33, Emma Hartwig. Number 44, Kamora Barsama. And number 12 is Sophie Mason. Starters here for Coolidge, including number 1, Maylee Thorpe. Number 5, Macy Hittmeyer. Along with number 42. Excuse me, we got some rosters messed up here. We'll get the starting lineup squared away for us, folks. Give us a little bit of grace here. It's been a long day. Now let's get the starting lineups here for Coolidge for you. Now they get the starters introduced. It'll be number 10, Tegan Little. At a forward, a 7th grader. Number 32, Malone Grady. At another forward, be number 24, Jalen Woods. At a forward, Amelia Hopp wearing number 23. And the fifth starter is Jada James, a center wearing number 35 from Mallory Meters, Granite City Coolidge Braves. On the opposite side here for Jeff Shoemate's squad, the Mount Zion Braves, as they start to introduce some non-starters here for you. We told you about these rosters. A nice little group of attendants here. Mount Zion not too far away from the Decatur area. Granite City has a nice contingent that's drove up here from the St. Louis area as well, as we've seen a pretty nice crowd here all day long at Normal Parkside. Dunlap brought a very nice crowd earlier today. Mahomet Seymour, we expect maybe to see a few more fans later for the semifinal here later on tonight. But a nice student section in hand here from Mount Zion, a nice student section from Dunlap earlier today, as we get you ready for our final quarterfinal of the day here live on Central Illinois Sports. Let's introduce you now to the starting five here for Jeff Shoemate's Mount Zion Braves. Starting at a guard will be number 2. That'll be Ruby Baker. At a guard, number 10 is Ellie Jenkins. At a forward, number 32 will be Gabby Wisher. At a forward, number 3 is Maddie Austin. And the fifth starter coming up here for Mount Zion is Kamora Barsama. We are ready to rock and roll here for quarterfinal number 4. So glad you're joining us alongside here on a lovely Saturday afternoon in the Bloomington Normal area. Reminding everyone that our officials are always selected by the state crews for their wonderful jobs through the season. We need officials more than ever here in the state of Illinois. If you know someone, or maybe you'd enjoy giving it a try yourself, give the guys at the IESA and IHSA a call. They'd love to get you licensed and into work here very soon. Coolidge in the Road Reds with white trim, moving right to left on your television screen. Mount Zion in the home whites, they'll get the tip. They quickly work it down. Maddie Austin goes up with it. Her shot is no good. It'll go out of bounds off of Zion, and it'll go here to Coolidge to start things off. As we told you, both teams are named the Braves, so we'll just refer to everybody as Coolidge and Mount Zion here this afternoon. Grady got rid of the basketball, now quickly pushing across is Jalen Woods. She'll drive up, goes up with the right hand, in and out of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Amelia Hopp, and the first 2 points on the board go to Coolidge. We get the basketball back down to Mount Zion's end. Nice defensive pressure here so far by Coolidge to start things off in the first couple of possessions. With the basketball was Maddie Austin, loses it out of bounds, and will go back. We'll stay on this end here with Mount Zion. Ruby Baker will inbound in front of the Coolidge bench. Tosses it down into the corner. Maddie Austin lobs it down into Wisher. She'll knock it in. We are tied at 2 on the quick basket from Gabby Wisher. It's full court pressure here from Mount Zion. Coolidge has got to get cross hard. Now they get a long pass that gets into the hands of Wood. She'll drive down. Coolidge will reset here in a half-court set. With the basketball, Malone Grady takes a few dribbles, now works it back around the perimeter into the hands of Tegan Little, the ball carrier. Drives to the left, a little three-person weave here for Coolidge. Driving in is Woods, goes up with it, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Ruby Baker. They lob the basketball high. Austin grabbed it, now they lose the basketball and a steal from Malone Grady. Coolidge will get it into the hands of Woods, and now there is some contact way far away from the basket. Woods gets in trouble, picks it up. She's got to get rid of it if it's a loose ball, and now it falls right into the hands of Maddie Austin, who's able to finish. Maddie Austin gets 2 on the board. It's a 4-2 lead for Mount Zion, and we've got a foul going the other way. Gabby Wisher will pick up the first personal foul. It's her first, team first. We remind you, as we do every game right now, because we've got to remind ourselves, after 5 team fouls, we go to double bonus. Coolidge drives coast to coast. Amelia Hopp with a quick layup. And just like that, we're tied back at 4. It's going to be full court pressure for a while here from both teams. Zion works the basketball in, throws it up to Wisher. Her shot up and good. Wisher gets two more. With the basketball, they work it down. Now it's going to go off the hands of Malone Grady and go out of bounds and go back to Mount Zion here. Just underway here in our final quarterfinal of the day. It's a 6-4 ball game. Mount Zion with the lead. They work the basketball now down to Austin. Takes a dribble, gives it back up to the point guard and Ellie Jenkins. Baker thought about the long three, passed it up. They try to get the basketball inside. They do work it down into Wisher. She had to get rid of it. Long three ball on the way is good for Maddie Austin. Mount Zion on a roll here to start things. It's a 9-4 basketball game, and there'll be a foul in the backcourt coming up against Ellie Jenkins. For Jenkins, it'll be her first, team second. Fouls like that not to be unexpected here when you're playing full court, hard-nosed defense. We'll just have to see if Mount Zion can keep themselves out of foul trouble here. As Coolidge is able to get past the defense, they get a shot up. It's no good. Now there's going to be a foul 90 feet away against Coolidge. Foul's going to go against number 35. That's Jada James. It's her first personal foul. First of the quarter here against Coolidge. Quickly pushing the basketball now down is Mount Zion. They work the basketball into Austin. Long shot on the way is good from Ruby Baker. Mount Zion knocking everything down here early. They lead 11-4. Coolidge has got to get something going here. Jada James going in coast to coast, goes up with the right hand, a little bump, nothing called. It'll go out of bounds. Nope, it's saved by Coolidge, and now Mount Zion grabs it. That's Ruby Baker with the basketball. Gives it off to Ellie Jenkins, who will cross the time stripe, and they get it back to the hot-handed Maddie Austin. Austin with it, guarded out by Hop. They work it back down. This is a two-point shot in and out of the rim for Ruby Baker, and the shot goes up and goes down. And Gabby Wisher's got the opportunity for the three-point play. Amelia Hop will get whistled for the foul. It'll be her first. Team second of the quarter. Free throw is up and good. It's a 10-point advantage now here for Mount Zion. Early going here. 2:25 left to go in the first. Woods pushes it across court. Gets tipped away by Austin. It'll go out of bounds. Jalen Woods will slow things up here for Coolidge. They trail by 10. With the basketball is Tegan Little. Drives baseline, goes up with the right hand, rolls around and goes down. Tegan Little gets a layup, and it's 14-6. Austin gets cut off on the baseline, and they say that'll be a blocking foul against Coolidge. Foul is going to go against Jalen Woods. It'll be her first. Team third of the quarter here already. With the basketball now. Mount Zion tosses it back out to Jenkins. It's a long three ball from Austin. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Tegan Little. She'll try and push the tempo here for Coolidge. Drives to the cup, gets bumped on the way. It'll be a foul on the floor against Mount Zion. That foul is going to get whistled against Ruby Baker. It'll be Baker's first, team third. 3 fouls apiece here. 1:41 left to go in the opening period. Coolidge gets the basketball under their own hoop. Looking for an inbound option. They tap it back out top of the key. It goes off Austin's back. She reaches around and grabs it as a turnover, and Mount Zion gets the basketball. They've got an 8-point lead. They work the basketball back over. Baker tosses it in. Kick out pass to Austin. She'll drive baseline. Goes up with the right hand and good. Maddie Austin kicking things off with a big stick of dynamite here for Mount Zion. Fouls on number 23, Mila Hoppy, as they say on the public address. Free throw is no good. It's an 18-6 ball game here as the jump ball gets called. Possession arrow will belong to Coolidge on the alternating arrow. Checking in for Mount Zion, number 4 is Lucy Cohen, along with number 21, Adrian Parker. Barcima will sit down as Coolidge is trying to figure out this zone press. Tegan Little is getting pressured mightily here on the sidelines as now they get it to Jalen Woods to bring across. Tegan Little tosses it back up to Woods. Now they work it back over to the right side. Now that's Malone Grady. Woods drives in. Right-handed runner falls. And Coolidge cuts it back down to a 10-point deficit. Austin with the basketball. Crossover dribble, drives baseline, gets double teamed, has to get rid of it. It goes off the feet of Cohen. And able to pick it back up is Ellie Jenkins. Zion will reset here. Trying to get it into Gabby Wisher. Now they get it in. 32, spins up, goes high with the right hand. She'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. Malone Grady, it'll be her second personal foul already, they say, for Malone Grady. Stepping to the free throw line here will be Gabby Wisher. First free throw's up, bounces off the front of the rim and no good. We remind you Bolingbrook Jane Addams takes on Dunlap coming up here in our 5 o'clock semifinal. The winner of this one will take on Muhammad Seymour at 6:30. Coolidge fans, the student section stomping their feet during the free throws. Maybe it worked a little bit there as the shot's no good. They quickly work it down for Coolidge. They get it down into the paint. James had her hand on it, gets tied up, and now it's going to be a turnover on the jump ball. And possession goes to Mount Zion. With the basketball is Jenkins. Works it now down to Austin. They quickly try to toss it in. They kick it back out. Jenkins now over to the left side to Parker. Driving in is Wisher, and Wisher gets 2 more. Mount Zion really effective here on the offensive side. They lead 20-8. And now it's going to be Austin with a reach in. And Maddie Austin will pick up a personal foul. Her first, team 4th of the quarter. 1.3 seconds left to go here in the opening frame. Going to the free throw line is going to be Tegan Little. Little's first one up off the back of the iron is no good. Coolidge in the Road Reds. Mount Zion in the home whites here today. Second one is up and it's good. And what was a 3-point shooting try? It looked like a pass a little bit from here, but they gave her the opportunity to shoot the free throws. Third free throw coming up on the way here for Little. Shot is up and also good. It's now a 20-10 contest. Austin will fire one up, and it's just short. End of the first quarter, Mount Zion leads Granite City Coolidge 20-10. We're back with second quarter play-by-play and more here in 60 seconds.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, if you got somebody hard to buy for this Christmas, and everybody does, there's something for everybody at your local Farm Home Supply in our holiday sale going on now through December 18th. Toys galore for sale, including this cool flying ball helicopter for $7.99, or this 2-pack John Deere Big Scoop for under $30. Get a holiday rebate on all area, includes footwear, apparel, and accessories. For all the anglers out there, get a mystery tackle box, only $16.99. If you've got a pet at home, get a dog or cat toy multi-pack under $15. See all the deals on sale right now through the 18th at farmandhomesupply.com.
We added an extra 2 points on the board at some point by mistake. We apologize for that. It's actually 18-10. Mount Zion with the lead. We likely added on an extra layup there on the last 3-point attempt try for Mount Zion by mistake. It's going to be Mount Zion basketball here to begin the second quarter. Barcema checks back in for Mount Zion during the quarter break, and now it's a strip and a steal. Here comes Jalen Woods up with the layup. The larceny and the layup is good, and just like that, we're back to a 6-point game, 18-12. Austin works it down the end. Barcema goes up off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound. She's able to finish, and she'll go to the free throw line for the three-point play attempt. Will Kimura Barcema. Hobby's going to pick up the foul. It's her third already of the contest. First of the quarter here against Coolidge. Aubrey Briggs will check in as Hoppy will take a seat. Kimura Barcema will take to the free throw line. Looking for the three-point play, and she'll knock it down. 21-12. Mount Zion leads Coolidge here, just underway in the second quarter. Woods with the basketball, now gets it down to Little. She stops at midcourt. Woods goes in. Woods is going to drive all the way in, and she'll draw a foul on the ground. It'll be the first foul of the quarter against Mount Zion. Foul will go against Gabby Wisher. That's going to be her second personal. So a little bit of foul trouble mounting up here, but again, these teams playing hard-nosed, full-court pressure defense. We are bound to pick up some fouls. As Grady double dribbled and got whistled for it there. Turnover against Coolidge. Austin picks it up at the midline, turns it back over to Ellie Jenkins, who will set up the offense here for Mount Zion. Whips the basketball back around to Ruby Baker. They work it now down into Maddie Austin. Tries to dump it down into Barcema, can't get it. It gets tipped around. It's a loose ball. Now there's a loose ball foul. Who will it go against? Foul's going to go against Jada James. It'll be her second personal foul as well. So foul starting to catch up here a little bit for Coolidge. We'll see how this plays out in the rest of the second quarter. Driving in is Wisher. Gets blocked by James. Loose ball's going to go out of bounds. The officials say as they look at each other, they may just call it jump because they don't know. And that happens sometimes here in this big world. Sometimes we just don't know. Jump ball will be called. Alternating possession will belong to Coolidge here. 5:03 left to go here in the second quarter. James with the basketball works it across the timeline to Little. They get it way down into the corner. Now Jada James will take it back for Coolidge. Little drives in. Runner with the left hand is good. A nice take for Tegan Little. It's 21-14. Austin with it. Thought about the spot up three. Instead tries passing it down to Barcema. Gets stolen away by James. Jada James on the run. Here comes Coolidge. Kicks it back out. This is Grady. Back over to the right side now to Tegan Little. She'll drive in. Goes up with the left hand and gets fouled. And Tegan Little will go back to the free throw line. Gabby Wisher will pick up the foul. We've got her for three. Tegan Little steps back to the free throw line here for Coolidge. First one's up off the back of the rim, doesn't fall. Checking in from Mount Zion, number 4, Lucy Cohen comes back into the basketball game. Sitting down will be Wisher with the third foul. Second free throw, up and good. It's a 21-15 basketball game here. Austin behind the back dribble, now kicks it down over to the left side to Baker. They'll whip it around the perimeter back to Austin. Ball fake, spot up three. Pure. Maddie Austin knocks another one down from 19-9. It's 24-15 here in the first half. They work the basketball over to Grady. Grady works it now down into the corner. They'll kick it back up to Jada James, and she'll reset things here for Coolidge. At the free throw line, drives in through double coverage. No contacts. Not enough contact, the officials would say. It'll go out of bounds and go back to Mount Zion. 3:47 left to go here in the first half. Coolidge dropping back just a little bit here on the defensive pressure. Austin thought about firing up another one. Now they'll give it back to her. Ball fake, baseline drive, gets shut off by James. Barsema takes the basketball. Spin move, up with off the glass is no good. James comes down with the rebound, falls with it, and it'll be a traveling violation. Zion will inbounds. They get it to Maddie Austin. Tries to get the pass in. They get it to Barsema. She goes up. No good. It's a loose ball. James is going to come up with it. It's a fight for it on the ground, and Coolidge will take a timeout. We'll take it two. Mount Zion leads Granite City Coolidge 24-15. It's a 30-second timeout. Be back right after this.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food, feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Granite City took the timeout. They trail 24-15 here in the first half of our final quarterfinal of the day here in the Class 4A Girls State Basketball Tournament for 8th grade. Jada James will be the inbound. It's full court pressure here now for Mount Zion. This has been a stingy defensive effort on both sides so far. Austin able to strip the basketball away. She gets the steal. Mount Zion trying to extend the lead here to double digits. Baker thought about the long three ball. Austin with the basketball in the corner, tries driving down, bounce pass up to Cohen. They kick it back out to Baker. Baker will drive in, gets bumped, and now they're going to call the foul against James. The foul is going to go against Jalen Woods. It'll be her second. Stop and pop from Austin off the glass, no good. And the rebound comes down into the hands of Malone Grady. Pushing the tempo here is Woods. Grady with the basketball, takes a couple of dribbles, hands it off to the point guard, Jalen Woods. Woods, spot up top of the key, three is no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Lucy Cohen. It's a loose ball now. Jenkins lost the handle on it and went out of bounds. Jeff Shoemate says, let's just calm down a little bit. It'll be all right. Tegan Little brings it across, goes up with it into traffic. She'll get fouled going up with the right hand. Cohen will pick up the foul. It's going to be her first. Team third of the quarter here against Mount Zion. As they say, it'll be a foul on the floor, and Coolidge will inbound underneath their own hoop. With the basketball, Jalen Woods. They work it around in the three-man weave. Now it's a three ball on the way from Tegan Little. No good. Austin will grab the rebound. They get the basketball in now. Going up with it and making it is Ellie Jenkins. She'll get to go for a chance for the old three-point play. Foul is going to go against Aubrey Briggs. It'll be her first. Tag on the 2 points here. It's a 26-15 basketball game. Free throw is up and no good from Jenkins. Fight for the loose ball as two players get their hands on it. Feverishly trying to wrestle it away from each other was Kimora Barsema along with number 35, Jada James, and they'll get a jump ball here. Parker will check back in for Mount Zion. Sitting down will be Ruby Baker. Mount Zion gets the inbound here after the jump ball. Austin with it, ball fakes, drives in. Now it's stolen away for Coolidge. On the run is James. Jada James goes up with it, finishes, and she'll go to the free throw line. Is Jalen Woods. Excuse me, we're getting a couple of players confused here. Sometimes it's just a little hard for us to learn some names on the fly. So Woods will finish. She'll get the opportunity for the three-point play. Free throw is no good. Barcima comes down with the rebound. Austin with the basketball. Now gets a three ball on the way is good from Ellie Jenkins. 29-17. Mount Zion up by 12 here with 1:10 left to go, and we'll get a foul in the backcourt. Ellie Jenkins is going to pick up the foul. They say that's going to be the third, and we should be heading down to the other end to shoot free throws. Ellie Jones will check in here for Mount Zion. As Tegan Little will step to the free throw line. First three throws up, bounces off the front of the rim and around and down. It's 29-18. So Jones will check in. Jenkins will take a seat. Free throws up, no good. It's a loose ball rebound. Wrestling away for it was Cohen. She tried to get a hands on it. Now Barcima will grab it. Parker will cross the time stripe with it here for Mount Zion. 58 seconds left to go here in the half. With the basketball now is Ellie Jones. Drives in, kicks it back out. Parker with it. Baseline drive, goes up with the right hand, up off the back of the iron, no good. Tegan Little grabs the rebound. Here comes Coolidge. Doesn't have the numbers. She takes it anyway, up with the left hand, no good. Parker with the rebound. Austin pushing the tempo here for Mount Zion. 30 seconds left to go. Shot up and good on the short jumper from Lucy Cohen. It's a 31-18 advantage for Mount Zion. Tegan Little with it. Kicks it back now out to Jalen Woods. Her long shot, no good. Barcima gets a hand on it. It's a fight for the loose ball. Rebound comes down, ripped away from Aubrey Briggs. Somebody's got to get a shot off. Grady knocks it down. Malone Grady knocks it down at the buzzer, and that's how we reach the halftime break. It's Mount Zion 31, Granite City Coolidge 21. We're back with halftime statistics and a little more insight into this one coming up here on the halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. We welcome you back here on Central Illinois Sports as we are at halftime of our fourth quarterfinal today here in the 8th grade Class 4A state tournament. Mount Zion leads Granite City Coolidge 31-21. Let's go down some halftime scoring for you. For the Mount Zion Braves with the lead here, Ruby Baker has 2 points at half. Maddie Austin has 10. Lucy Cohen has 2. Ellie Jenkins has 5. Gabby Wisher has 9 points. She sat most of the second quarter in foul trouble. And Kimura Barsima has 3 to round out the scoring of 31 points for the Mount Zion Braves. On the opposite side for Granite City Coolidge, Tegan Little has 8. Amelia Hoppy has 2. Jalen Woods has 6. Malone Grady has 3. We are missing a basket. I believe that goes to Jada James. And that wraps up the scoring of 21 points here for Granite City Coolidge. We remind you, your subscription here today with Central Illinois Sports gets you access into our semifinal games coming up at 5 and 6:30, along with access into Trophy Night coming up next Thursday. So if you have subscribed with us today, you are set to go for the rest of the tournament. You also have access into any of the other 3 classes happening across the state today as we have crews at 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A state tournaments here as part of our partnership with the IESA. We'll also be on site for the boys and girls state tournaments coming up here in February, and we'll also have exclusive coverage of girls volleyball 7th and 8th grade state finals. That will come up in mid-March. It's been a fun day here so far today as we have seen Bolingbrook Jane Addams advance to the semifinals. We've also seen a really fun Dunlap team. We anticipate that first semifinal to be very, very fast-paced. Muhammad Seymour, who won the third quarterfinal here a little bit more of a slowdown team, and both of these teams appear to be much more up-tempo. So whoever wins this contest, it'll be a definite battle of pace coming up in the 6:30 tip-off. We're going to step aside for a couple of minutes, tell you about some of the wonderful sponsors who help bring us sports here on Central Illinois Sports Platform. When we come back, it'll be second half action between Coolidge and Mount Zion live here from Normal Parkside. It's the IESA Girls State Championships on Central Illinois Sports.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
We welcome you back here to Normal Parkside as we get ready for the second half here between Mount Zion and Granite City. Coolidge, Mount Zion holds a 10-point lead as we'll begin the third quarter. It appears to be starters on both sides to begin the second half. Coolidge will get the basketball here to begin our third frame. Tegan Little will bring it across the time stripe and now gets it down to Jalen Woods. It's a cross-court pass over to Grady as they work it around the perimeter. A little bit of a 3-2 zone here for Mount Zion. Woods with it. Cross-court pass over to Grady. Grady's three ball on the way is good. That's a two, excuse me. They'll count it as a two for Grady, for Malone Grady. It's a two-point basket. It's 31-23. Mount Zion on the attack now. Ruby Baker with the basketball. They work it back to Jenkins in the point guard role, now to Maddie Austin. Down in the corner, this is Wisher. She should have some fresh legs. Gets tipped out of bounds as Woods was able to get a hand on it. It'll go out of bounds and go back to Mount Zion. We saw a very up-paced first half with a lot of full court pressure on both sides and teams scrambling to get past it all. The pass inside as they tried to get it into Barcima gets knocked out of bounds. It'll go off of Mount Zion and Coolidge will get the basketball back. They trail by 8. 31-23 here as we're just underway in the third. Cross-court pass. Grady with the basketball. They whip it back around to Woods. Ball fake, and they say she'll drag the foot. It'll be a travel and out of bounds for Mount Zion. Austin will bring it across the time stripe as Maddie takes a few extra dribbles, now dribbles it down. Wisher goes up with it. She'll finish. A nice give and go from Austin to Wisher. Amelia Hobby gets whistled for the foul. It's going to be number 4. First personal or first team of the quarter here for Coolidge as Aubrey Briggs will check back in. Wisher will go back to the free throw line, trying to give herself 12 points on the night and extend this lead. Misses the free throw. It's a 10-point advantage. Wisher gets her own rebound, though, knocks it back down for 2 more. Instead of a 3-point play, it turns into a 4-point play. It's a 35-23 lead. Mount Zion has led by as many as 12 already once in this contest. Quickly working it around the perimeter here is Coolidge, trying to find some sort of way to shift Mount Zion out of this zone to their advantage. Jenkins takes a few extra dribbles now. Cross-court pass back over to Woods. Grady with the basketball back out towards the midcourt center logo. 3-ball on the way for Coolidge. And it's another 2-ball shot from Malone Grady. So she has been right on the brink of 2 extra points here with a toe on the line both times. It's 35-25. Austin loses the basketball. Tegan Little getting her hands in on it there for Coolidge. Driving in is Austin, high up off the glass, no good. Barcima gets the rebound. Second chance here for Mount Zion. They try to toss it down. Nice entry pass into Wisher. She'll finish again. 2 more for Wisher. And it's now back to a 12-point advantage for Mount Zion. 3:28 left to go here in the third quarter. They get the basketball to Grady. She's had a hot hand here in the third. Coolidge will slow things down just a little bit as they work it all the way back down into Woods in the far corner. Woods with it, takes a few dribbles, back up top to Tegan Little. Now back over to Briggs on the left side. Baseline drive, Woods goes up with a nice move and finishes on the layup. Really nice move by Jalen Woods. Back to a 10-point ball game. Austin takes a couple of dribbles, tries to find Wisher on the pick and roll, nothing there that time. Now they find Wisher, and she'll get fouled as Tegan Little will get picked up for the whistle. Second of the quarter against Coolidge. For Little, just her first of the contest. Jenkins will inbound here for Mount Zion. Barsima gets the basketball at the top of the key. She'll give it back to the point guard. Nice give and go. Barsima can't finish on the layup, though. Woods gets the rebound. They get it back now to Grady. Back to Woods at the volleyball line. Zone look still from Mount Zion. Woods will take a dribble with it here. Coolidge is very content to slow down the pace of play here. 3-ball on the way from Tegan Little. Misses the mark entirely, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the officials say there's going to be a foul. There is. The foul is going to go against Malone Grady as she got caught up just a little bit and maybe threw her arms a little bit too much in the air to the officials' liking. Third team foul of the quarter. For Grady, it should be her third personal. Barsima loses the basketball, picks it back up, gets it back to Jenkins, top of the key. Takes a few dribbles, tries to find Austin driving down on the backcourt drive, gets partially blocked. Now she's caught in no man's land beneath the basket, and Jeff Shoemate says, let's take a timeout. We'll take it too. Mount Zion up on 10 over Coolidge. We're back here in 30 seconds.
All right, if you got somebody hard to buy for this Christmas, and everybody does, there's something for everybody at your local Farm Home Supply in our holiday sale going on now through December 18th. Toys galore for sale, including this cool flying ball helicopter for $7.99, or this 2-pack John Deere Big Scoop for under $30. Get a holiday rebate on all area, includes footwear, apparel, and accessories. For all the anglers out there, get a mystery tackle box, only $16.99. If you've got a pet at home, get a dog or cat toy multi-pack under $15. See all the deals on sale right now through the 18th at farmandhomesupply.com.
Mount Zion takes the timeout as Austin got caught underneath the basket, double teamed. We'll see how the inbounds comes in. Austin tries to toss it off the backside of one of the Coolidge players, and it'll go out of bounds on the sneaky try there. Everybody had their back turned to the basketball, and Austin tried to take advantage. Now they work it into Wisher. She'll have to wrestle it away, and they get it back to Jenkins. Now they find Wisher all alone as Austin got double teamed, and now it's an easy put in for Gabby Wisher. Gabby Wisher stepped up here in the third quarter as she was on the bench with foul trouble most of the first half. It's a 12-point advantage again for Mount Zion. Jalen Woods with the basketball. They quickly work it in. Grady with it. Now kicks it back out to Tegan Little, and they'll have to reset. Jalen Woods takes a few dribbles. They work it around. They get it to Grady at the free throw line. Nothing there. Woods, long 3-ball off the side of the iron. And the rebound is grabbed by Ruby Baker. 1 minute left to go here in the third period. It's been all Mount Zion as they're up by 12. Three-man lead at the top here for Mount Zion as they try to find somebody cutting back door, but Aubrey Briggs is not going to fall asleep for the Coolidge defense. Austin with the basketball, drives in on, she's going to drag her foot. She thought about going up with it. It'll be a travel instead as the official finally gives us the signal there with 30.5 seconds left to go here. Mallory Meter wants a timeout. We'll take it too. Coolidge takes a timeout down 12. Come back for the end of the third quarter here in 30 seconds.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Coolidge took the timeout. They're trying to get this thing within single digits by the end of the half if they possibly can. They trail by 12, 30.5 seconds left to go here in the third. Winner will face Muhammad Seymour coming up in our 6:30 semifinal later on tonight. Some of those Bulldogs players sitting down in the far corner checking things out here for their potential semifinal opponents. Tegan Little will bring it across the time stripe here for Coolidge. They work it back over to Malone Grady. Little drives in. That's Woods down in the corner. 15 seconds left to go. Woods with it. Didn't have an opening. Malone Grady fires one up. Her shot's no good. Barcino gets the rebound. She loses it. And now Little just kind of comes from behind to get the basketball, and it'll be a foul against Tegan Little. Second foul against Little. It'll be the fourth of the quarter here against Coolidge. Another foul before the end of this would send Mount Zion to the line. Time running out. Austin got to fire it up. High off the glass and no good, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Mount Zion leads Coolidge 39-27. Somebody's going to the semifinals. Who's it going to be? Come back, find out with us in 60 seconds.
Go team go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Back with you for fourth quarter action here as Mount Zion will get the basketball to inbound things. They lead by 12. And what was much more of a slowed down third quarter in comparison to what we saw in the first half, which was a lot of full court pressure and a lot of tenacious defense on both sides. It's whittled down to a half court game now. Austin gets the basketball. Coolidge with some nice pressure here early to start the fourth. It's going to get tipped out of bounds by Tegan Little and remain in the hands of Mount Zion. They'll inbound in front of their own bench. Maddie Austin with the basketball. Tips it into Wisher. Gabby Wisher goes up. She'll get fouled and go to the free throw line here for 2 tries. Woods will get whistled for the foul. It's her third personal, team first of the quarter against Coolidge. As Gabby Wisher steps to the free throw line and misses the first try. Mallory Meter urging for a rebound here from the Coolidge bench. Second free throw from Wisher is good. It's a 40-27 basketball game. Biggest lead of the contest here so far for Mount Zion today. Tegan Little brings it across for Coolidge, works it back over to Grady. Woods with it here as Coolidge has not really been able to get it inside very much, but it's a tipped up pass, and Amelia Hobby got a hand on it, got a shot up, and it wasn't good. But Coolidge has really struggled to get the basketball inside here today. Jenkins with the basketball. She'll toss it over to Austin here. 5:10 left to go in the ball game. Wisher with it. She'll hold on to it. Tries to drive in. Tegan Little got a hand on it that stumbled her. Baker, cross-court pass. As they work it back up to Maddie Austin. Coolidge here in a little bit of a zone. They're going to have to pressure at some point. Austin's going to dribble right through, goes up with the right hand. Her shot falls short, and the rebound comes to Hoppy. Long three ball, and they whistle it no good as Grady gets called for the travel. An unfortunate break for Coolidge, who really, really needed that three-point basket. They still trail by 12. We're down to 4:37 left to go in this one. It's a steal. Grady with the basketball gets it to Woods. Woods, spin move in the lane, goes up with the right hand off the back of the glass is no good. It's a loose ball. Barsima grabbed it from Mount Zion. Here come the Braves of Mount Zion, taking on the Braves of Coolidge. Austin with the basketball. Whips it over left side now. Baker thought about the long three, gives it to Wisher. She kicks it back out. Austin from the right side opted away on that shot. They get it into Barsima. She goes up. Kimora Barsima gets in the extra two. 42-27 is Mount Zion trying to pull away here. Long three ball from Tegan Little. Shot's no good. It's a loose ball. Wisher will grab the rebound. Winner will get Muhammad Seymour coming up here at 6:30. They get the basketball into Wisher. She goes up, gets fouled hard, still able to get the shot up. As Malone Grady will get whistled for the call. It'll be her fourth personal. Wisher will step back to the free throw line. She's had a real nice second half here for Mount Zion. First one is up and good. It's 43-27. And the Mount Zion fans starting to feel like things are really going their way. Second one no good. Woods comes down with the rebound. Coolidge has got to move. 3:26 left to go here in the contest. Woods drives in, gives it back out to Little. Grady with it. Does she have any more? Long shots in her. Little will drive in, goes up with the left hand. Contact but no call, and Mount Zion comes up with the basketball. Austin with it, pushing the tempo here for Mount Zion. Loses it, dives for it. It'll go out of bounds off of Maddie Austin and go back to Coolidge. Adrian Parker will check back in for Mount Zion. Sitting down will be Ruby Baker. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Woods with it. Mount Zion here in his zone. Very content to let Coolidge just pass it around. Tegan Little's three-point try, no good. Rebound comes down to Hoppy. Off balance, got it up, but it wasn't good. Now we've got girls fighting and flying everywhere here. And somebody hit hard here for Coolidge. Foul is going to go against Adrian Parker on the play. It's going to be her first, team first of the quarter. It'll be Coolidge basketball here with 2:39 left to go. Wisher got a hand on it, went right back into the hands of Tegan Little. Long three ball on the way from Woods, misses everything entirely and goes out of bounds. It's been a little bit of a struggle and a little bit of a frustrating day here for the Stars of Coolidge. They have put forth their own good defensive effort here today, but Mount Zion had the hot hand early on, and they've been able to really start to penetrate inside and make some things difficult for Coolidge here. As they get the basketball into Wisher, she'll go up with it. Shot's no good. Barsima gets the rebound, spins around, kicks it back out. Austin, and they'll reset here for Mount Zion with 2:15 left to go in the ball game. Coolidge still has fouls to give before they get to bonus. Wisher with the basketball. Tegan Little tries to chase her down. It's a loose ball. Who's going to fight for it is Wisher and Hoppy get their hands on it. And we'll get a jump ball, and possession will go back to Coolidge. Coolidge crowd urging their team on. They've got to get some points here in a big rally and not a lot of time to do it. Woods with the basketball, kicks it back over to Tegan Little. Woods fires up a three from the right wing, and it's in and out, no good. Jada James fought for the rebound. There'll be a loose ball foul here, and let's see who it gets whistled against. It looks like it might go against Mount Zion, and it will. It's going to go against Maddie Austin, her second personal. Team second of the quarter here against Mount Zion. Jeff Shoemate asking for an explanation. He got it and gave the official a pat on the back. That's what you want to see. You ask a question, you get an answer, say thank you. Move on. Woods with the basketball. Driving around to the left side, gets it back out to Grady. They'll get it back out to Tegan Little. She'll try and drive baseline. Runner with the right hand in and out of the rim. It's got a lid on it for the second half here for Coolidge. Mount Zion will inbound after the basketball went out of bounds. They quickly now get it down to Jenkins to bring it up for Mount Zion. Pass down to Parker past midcourt. It's a loose ball. Wisher came up with it for Mount Zion. Just a minute left to go in this one. Mount Zion leading 43-27 as it looks like they're going to punch their way into the Final Four, and a matchup against Mahomet Seymour coming up later on this evening. Mount Zion fans getting to their feet, the student section hopping here as you can see in the far corner of your television screen. They're possibly just going to whittle this one away here as Coolidge seems to be stepping back on the defensive efforts, not going to foul. 35 seconds left to go. They'll play a little keep away here, and Coolidge content to just let them dribble it out as long as they don't make a move to the basket. Mount Zion will improve to 25-3. Coolidge will wrap up its season at 19-3. And now it gets stolen away. Tegan Little gets it. Here comes Woods with the basketball. Final seconds of this one as Woods gets up and in. It's a 43-29 contest. Austin will just hold the basketball, and Mount Zion comes out victorious in this one. It's the Braves of Mount Zion topping the Braves of Coolidge, 43-29 in our final quarterfinal. Mount Zion advances to the 6:30 semifinal tonight where they'll take on the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. We will have that contest here for you live tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Let's wrap this up real quick for you. Coming up at 6 o'clock, it's going to be Bolingbrook Jane Addams. It's going to be 5 o'clock. Bolingbrook Jane Addams taking on Dunlap. At 6:30, it'll be Mahomet Seymour taking on Mount Zion. All four teams will come back for trophy night coming up here on Thursday, December 14th. That is going to wrap up our coverage of quarterfinals here on Central Illinois Sports. We're going to take a break, get something to eat. We hope you do too. Get settled in for us around 5 o'clock. Your subscription already has you locked in for the semifinals. Come back and join us. My name is Brian Shoemaker. We're so very happy, humbled, and honored that you've watched some junior high basketball with us here today. This has been live coverage of the IESA State Championships here on Central Illinois Sports.